Hello everyone, and welcome back to Victoria 3, where we're still trying to puppet both the Ottomans and Kalat. Of course, this did start off just for Kalat, a little bit of a humble goal here, and, well, now it's no longer so humble, but we unfortunately have just suffered a negative 10% chance to serfdom abolition, but it's still, I mean, it's 18%. It would still be nice to get this, because generally speaking, after you abolish serfdom, you have a nice standard of living increase, and that tends to mean that people will become loyalist, and we need that to offset the relatively high number of radicals we have for 1939. I mean, we're really banging through radicals this game, and that will come back to bite us if we can't get it under control. Ooh, look at that. Okay, this is a good fight. They had 47 battalions, and look at those losses. That is something that I like to see, weakening their army by quite a bit. Over a quarter of their units engaged in the fight and losing. So you love to see it, you love to see it indeed. And I think, yeah, negative 45 Kalat is crumpling. We have a new front where is this, seriously? Baghdad, Albania. This is opened up. Let's get Nikolai over to it before they can. Baghdad, Albania front, and let's get Pavlograd over to it as well, right there. We need to get there before they launch an offensive, but I don't think we're going to, so the thanks we're going to get for pushing in farther is losses as that attack proceeds, and they're now into Persian territory on that side, and probably one or two more times before we can get anything sorted. No men left there? Where? They're all going here. We're trading land. This is so dumb. These armies were engaged together for the longest time, and now they're like, oh hey, let's just go our different ways, it's fine. The Persian army is moving that way, leaving us to fight alone, but I think that'll actually make Kalat collapse that much quicker, so that's okay with me. And the Ottomans are moving back now to fight against the army of Nikita Lazarev, which is worthwhile, because that means we might be able to get some decent attacks on this side as well. Ooh. Okay. And their strength is... they're running half-strength battalions at us, but they still might have the numbers. We have good defense, but not that good, not yet. We haven't done any military technologies successfully so far in the campaign, so... not my favorite thing ever. Let's go ahead and switch the priority there. And we are still bleeding money, but we should be fine for just that little bit longer that it'll take to really wind down this war. Where did you guys go? Whoop. Is this a different front too? Generals moved all over the place. Didn't I have you guys mobilized? I did, you're on standby. Why? Fight! You guys were just in the field. Actually, I want you guys headed there. Don't let up, just push through and completely destroy the Ottoman Empire, please. We need to make them our puppet through blood and violence. Naturally, as one does. Ooh, cat jumping on my shoulder. She is the channel unofficial mascot, which I'm debating doing another cat video soon, but you know, that's its own thing. That's mostly to keep my fiance happy, which, if you do have a fiance out there, I hope that's, I'm not the only one who sees the wisdom in such things. So, let's get 5 more in Minsk, because I'm worried about running into some market access problems if we keep building up in Ingria before we have railways. One more week should seal Kalat's fate. And... no, not quite. Oh, there's the negative 100. There it is. Kalat is now a puppet. Let's go ahead and refresh the map mode. We have them. As Darth Vader would say, we have them now. And they are moving more men here, but I think we're going to be fine before they get there. Look at that. Look at that bullshit. Their entire army is engaged on that side, and our 100,000 men are just waiting for their reinforcements to arrive. Ugh, that just sucks. War support 0, Puppet Ottoman Empire, negative 86. Okay, well, it is still going. We are going to start running out of money really soon, though. Might have to go back up to higher taxation. And we slowed down the radicals while we still could, but the Ottoman resiliency is kind of impressive, which is not something I thought I'd be complimenting anytime soon, but We might still win this, don't count this out yet. If we can give them 2-1 losses, this can swing back and forth really quickly. If there's another reinforcement point, should be coming up soon anyway. No, okay. Well, it's worth a try. Now we're going to be fighting against their entire army, and there's another front without any men on it. Look, I have all of my armies mobilized. Can you guys just sort things out amongst yourselves, please? No, can't. Okay. Well, I mean, we have a fair amount of occupation here, which is better than nothing. And big fights, let's see. Our men are still complete battalions, well, theirs are not. Yeah, I don't recommend doing this. We've lost so many men during this, our population has actually declined. Notably, we were up at 59.1 about a year ago, and we're struggling to maintain 59.1 right now, so yeah, there's definitely a negative effect from this, but it's the Ottomans. If we can take them into the fold, we'll have a huge portion of the map at our disposal and a relatively strong puppet to start kicking things around, right? So we can go into stuff nobody cares about and rely on Ottoman troops to do it. Maybe consolidate Jabal Shammar, Nejd, Oman, things like that, and okay, serfdom has officially failed. Down low enough, we can't afford it anymore, and we're going to have to go into something else. So, what is that something else going to be? Well, we could try for professional army again. 8% chance isn't great, but I can move over somebody else. No, we're not going backward for taxation. We could go to agrarianism. That would help our tax collection, as well as subsidize some farms, which we do need to start building some farms soon. But I think we might be better off going here. Yeah, I think government's going to be... switch the armed forces in. Reform government, get rid of the rural folk, let's go with armed forces. That is better anyway for our legitimacy, and now laws. Still 8% chance. Well, I guess it's equal from them and the rurals. We can't afford to have them both in. Legitimacy's sake, and look at that. I told you the bureaucracy from... I mean, this is something... We paid probably £1 million for the privilege of losing our bid to end serfdom. Yeah, that's what happens when you do that choice and then it doesn't succeed. But it's an Ironman. We ride along the tides of what we are given, and that's all we can ever do. So sometimes, you know, you can do this run, you can do everything exactly as I've done so far, and it might work out for you. You might have gotten the first 10-15% and it'll be fine and it'll be great, and you won't run into any trouble, but you know, it also might not work that way, and you sort of have to adapt and roll with it. It's one of the nice things. I kind of like it, even though the percentage chance can be a little bit annoying. It does mean that every playthrough is going to be a little bit different, and some of those mega playthroughs that you see, I'm sure, are, well, suffice to say that if you save and re-roll, you can change the results of these. But you can't do that on an Ironman, so that's why we're doing what we are here. It's how I prefer to play. I realized once I started save scumming in EU4 that it's a bad habit that leads to just endless save scumming when smaller and smaller things go wrong. And that just defeats the purpose of the game, so, or at least it does to me. Look at this front management system. Where did you send my big generals? Where? Where are you? So you're there, that's fine. Where are you? You're here. Push through on that side, and then get me this guy and close that pocket. And that should be okay. If we can move up to this front before they can... Nope, there's 5,000 men there. They're going to push us back, because I'm not going to be able to get there. Yep, that collapsed the fronts. 44,000 men. Ugh. We should never have lost momentum. The front management system should not have kicked us out like that. But it did, so... I complain endlessly over what amounts to spilled milk, so maybe I should just stop. This is good, though. Look at that. 9,000 men versus 5,500. We should be able to push through, and getting some territory in Dobruzda should split these fronts. So this time I actually wanted to happen, because if we could have pushed through here and taken Eastern Thrace, that's their capital, so we would be able to get ticking war support. which theirs is not going down. I don't really know why. Ours is. So we need to change that. I think we need to take their capital state to really get that ticking to be more impressive of a value than it currently is. But live and learn, I suppose. We could be doing some naval invasion stuff, and I probably should have a long time ago. That would have been a lot better. Let's get a naval invasion. They have some garrison units. Let's go here, and Alexander Chernyshев is my only option. That's not good. I don't want those 90,000 men removed to do a landing at partial strength. Let's do a naval invasion here. Frederick von Berg. That's far better. Just 10,000 men. Lower chance of success, but there's actually a strength debuff. You know what? Let's raid some convoys. I should have done all this naval stuff earlier. I'm sure, you know, people are sitting back there, veterans of the game, going, "Huh, you're a dumbass." But, I don't know. It's what we got, so yeah. Do the best that we can with it. I really wish this would just destroy that army. Do a promotion. Gentry Assembly will not force our hand. Potentially a bad choice there, as they have to be getting unhappy. Yep, a little bit unhappy. But we're doing what we can to weaken them bit by bit by bit. I do really want professional army. I think that'll be a big improvement. And yeah, okay. So once this stuff's mostly consolidated down here, that will tidy things up quite nicely. This is technically Persian occupation, but it's really, you know, it's ours. We have it. And we're not bleeding money nearly so badly anymore, so that is nice. Okay, so we'll get up to a little bit higher bureaucracy, and then we can actually start, I think we can start integrating some states. So let's go with Estonia first. These guys, I mean, everything increases over time. These guys would have not been nearly as expensive at the start. I mean, granted, we haven't had that much population growth, but we've had some. And that is what drives the cost there. Let's see, 5 versus 4. These are relatively healthy, but their defense is just falling and falling and falling. So hopefully the attacks get faster and faster. Let's see. One more day, and here's the naval battle. Ooh, they have a good navy. We might lose this. Let's take a look. It is neck and neck, but we're losing out on that ever so slightly. Oof. I wish we didn't have to fight that every single time, but you do. And I should have gone with a stronger navy. Well, we did what was available to us at the time. That's the best you can ever really go for. And we still might get them off attrition. No. It says 21 versus 17, but that's very much not accurate. Interesting. Well, now, let's go ahead and do the other naval invasion with our... Oh, he's involved in the fight, isn't he? Yep, he's involved in that fight. We can't start our naval invasion because 3,000 men are taking a trip through enemy territory. But such is life, I suppose. Pulling that guy out. Ooh, there it is. Professional army, negative 10% morale loss will help us directly in this. Also strengthening the armed forces and weakening the gentry. I like it. I like it a lot. That is something that I've been waiting a long time to get. Indeed. So, let's see, no home affairs, National Guard would be more bureaucracy than we can afford, so let's not do that for right now. These guys are going okay, and what's sapping our money? Professional army, I think. Failed naval invasion, generals moved. Let's go here and naval invade. Oh, come on, is that fight still going on? Barely. Okay, we're through it. Let's do this quickly before he gets involved in something else. Naval invasion, Eastern Thrace, Alexander Chernyshев. And there we go. Now the attack will proceed with somebody else. Just one front, so we're trying to open up another one. I don't know why... Oh, okay, that is still marked as ours. Oh, here we go. Prussia versus Austria, and they're fighting over German leadership. Interesting. We are supporting... Oh, you backed out of ours, and you want us to do yours, do you? Huh. Well, we can move Alexander Chernyshев over there with a defensive posture. If we lose Prussia as an ally, we're going to have a hard time, so it's probably best to go for it, unfortunately. Not exactly great, but we need to win this war, and We can't afford to be fighting on another front again. How many days? 25. Still have some time before that kicks off, at least, and the Prussian army now should be... Ooh, come on. Should be significantly improved. 11... That's weakened. What the hell happened? Interesting. If we can puppet the Ottomans and have them come in with us against Austria, then we might stand a better chance of not having that be just catastrophic. Catastrophe after catastrophe after catastrophe, essentially. Let's take a look at... So gentry's at -1, which means we cannot try for serfdom again, because that will dunk them down to -11. We have to wait for that to come up. So if we take a look, that'll be... Okay. So it's from the recent change to professional army, as well as the commander retirement. Both of those will go away, and we've weakened them down to 40%, which at least is something. Some small progress. This fight is going far better. Both blundered. Who blundered not quite as badly is going to determine that. Oman's capitulated, and if we can take Eastern Thrace, we can get the Ottomans to capitulate. Just, I wonder how many men have died in this war. Okay, let's see. Diplomacy and overview. 1 million men, you know, in 1840. The downstream effects of that are huge. We have so many. We're gonna have like 10 million fewer population in 50 years because of the losses of this war. So, you know, 1 million men dead this early. Not exactly ideal in any sense of the word. Let's go ahead and get a look at what we need. We need some luxury clothes, some porcelain, we need more services, more tools, more iron. Let's get a couple more tooling workshops in Moscow and some iron, and then we're going to have to work on other portions of the economy. Still down at 45. Ooh, Austria back down. Good, no war. Nice. And, ooh, we have it. We have it, we have it. We have men here pushing through. We have taken Eastern Thrace. We're going to move Pavel Graba over to advance this front and take, I guess, the city of Constantinople itself. 3 days. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Just keep taking all of that land, please. 74, they're moving somebody. Where? They move somebody. Some of their men have... oh no, okay, 168. Good, and crossing the strait even. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. This is why naval invasions are a little bit bonkers right now. We finally collapsed that front, now it's just over here. Ooh, I could not be happier. Which I'm sure is easily evident from the completely changed tone of my voice. I can be a little monotone. Everyone has their faults, after all. Nassau abandoned. Prussia. Ooh, that's a big war. Look at that. Hey, we're in it again. What the hell? German leadership against lots of people who don't want to become Prussian. Okay, I don't care. I really don't care. So many countries that I just don't care about. Okay, -62. Should just be a couple more months and they will fold completely. Granted, the Ottomans were already the sick man of Europe, and this war has not helped their economy at all, let alone anything else. But we should also be just about to get Central Archives, and we'll have some payoff finally from this investment in technology. Which, I mean, about damn time, right? So, geez. Let's see. I think it has to go with the weak tick. There it is, Central Archives unlocked. Let's go ahead and switch over now to mechanical tools. We want railways, and we want them yesterday, but unfortunately didn't build them quite yet. And we're going to go to our urban methods here, switch over to standardized filing cabinets, which might give us a paper shortage, and it did. We're going to get paper from, that's going to be from the Dutch for right now. But the Ottomans capitulated. Look at that map, that is a lot of green. You'll love to see it, and we have an Ottoman puppet. So, yeah, awesome. Cool. We also have negative balance and maximum taxation and consumption taxes. You know, there are just... It's fine. It'll be fine. Oh god, what have I done? Alright. It's because everything's still mobilized. Really? Why? This diplomatic play. You know what? You know what? Allegiances. We are going to abandon them. And that'll allow us to demobilize. Should, anyway. I love bureaucracy. Cool. And let's go ahead and incorporate everything that we can to get rid of our income problem. Let's go for here, 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 and here. And we'll leave some of the stuff farther out to the east. So I can get more people to migrate there. Okay, so this is a terrifying run-through, but at least we have the Ottomans, and oh geez, we really need to fix this economy. Huh. I think you're still mobilized. Anyway, we've done a lot. It's been a long episode. I'm going to go ahead and just say, you know what, we're calling it here. We have some interesting opportunities ahead of us if we can avoid complete bankruptcy, so let's hope that we can. Fingers crossed, and well, we'll see you guys again real soon.